Hey guys, I want to talk about overcoming abuse and a little bit about an attitude that I see a lot among women, which is bitterness against a single person or even against men, which turns them into this attitude of like very hyper independent and I don't need a man because I've been hurt by a man, if they are able to get out of the abuse. And I want to share a different perspective with y'all because I think it's important that we understand what we're truly dealing with when we're combating abuse, and that is fear. A lot of people who are in an abusive relationship who are too scared to leave, okay, they're scared of their partner, or if it's a work situation, they might be too afraid to speak up because their boss is abusive and they're afraid that they'll lose their job, or whatever the situation is. They're afraid of a person, right? They're afraid of the consequence of speaking out. We need to understand that what we are actually up against is fear. And so I don't usually quote scripture in my talks, but I do want to remind you guys of a verse, and I believe that it is Ephesians 6:12, and it says, "For we are not in a battle against flesh and blood, but we are again in a battle against higher powers and spiritual forces in non-earthly realms." And I didn't quote it perfectly. You guys got the point, look it up. But I think that even the Bible confirms, okay, we are fighting against fear. And so whatever it is that, if you're scared to share your story because you've come out of abuse, or if you are scared to leave the abuse because of what the person will do, remember that whoever is abusing you is being backed by a dark force, by a force unseen of evil. And so if we can learn to work with that by saying no to the fear, to the potential what if and what they might do to us, if we can learn to work on a spiritual level against the fear, okay, then it is going to be like whittled down until it's not a force that we need to be afraid of. So if we can say no to the fear, and if we can actually transmute the energies of the fear, then that person, their power is gone. And I know that this sounds like impossible, right? But it starts with really saying, I'm not going back to what I just said at the beginning. If a woman has escaped an abusive relationship and she has not completely combated the fear that she felt over the abuser, right? She is still living in fear of a different sort. So a woman that is hyper independent, a woman that is saying, I don't need a man and I'm going to prove why I can do this all on my own, that is coming from fear in a different way, okay? Because fear, it doesn't matter what it is of, it's all the same negative force in the end, a force that is trying to inhibit our ability to evolve and our ability to be free. And so if we can understand that this I can do it all attitude is coming from a place of being afraid of being hurt again, then we can start to work on a spiritual level to face those fears, face that shadow part of ourselves, and also the lies, because fear and lies go hand in hand. So if you're believing that you have to do it all on your own because you do not want to be hurt again, then you are believing a lie, because you could instead begin to heal on a deep level, which would help you to release the fear and to really come into your true empowerment, which is realizing that there are good men, but you must be healed enough to attract that. So I really hope that this has made sense, guys. And if it has, please check out my books. So I'm just yesterday released a book called I Swiped Left Again, The Evolving Woman's Guide to Dating, Twin Flames, and Healing. And in this book, I do share the roadmap for how to heal from abuse, how to heal from these situations with men who really shouldn't be in your life because they do not have enough to offer to you. And so please check that out. My other book is called Becoming Strength. And in this book, I share my own story of overcoming fear from an abuser. Hope you guys have a good one.